Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Beth Martins. You're here because you've done the King Hero Archetype quiz, or if you have not, you can visit bethmartins.com right on the homepage. You can sign up with your name and email, and I will send that directly to you. But if you've landed on the Warrior Archetype, you know where you are on the hero's journey at this time of your life. So we're going to talk about the gifts and shadows of the Warrior Archetype. But if you're not familiar with me already, I'll introduce myself. I am a pattern hunter. I love freedom more than anything. I help people to deprogram and release the shadows of the archetypes that keep them stuck in the unconscious, having a life that they don't want or not being able to go as far and do what they want to do. I also help people to build a life purpose a life purpose business as a coach. And I am the founder of the House of Free Will Private Domain Association. You can learn more about it at my website. I'm the author of Journey, a Map of Archetypes to Find Lost Purpose in a Sea of Meaninglessness. I'll talk more about that at the end of this video. And I'm also the host of the King Heroes Journey podcast. So I survived a corporate lymphoma when I was 29 years old. I was a vice president in marketing and communication with my family's firm, and I nearly died of not knowing what my shadows were. So that's why I feel this work is so incredibly important. So if you found yourself at the warrior archetype at this time, the sacred contract of the warrior is focused effort, discipline, mastery, and slaying the inner and outer dragons so they could be ultimately a champion for others. So, the main gifts and strengths that the warrior experiences are the ability to access the power, the muscle, and the focus to get the job done, whatever it is. They do develop that inner discipline, so they're not at the mercy of the whims and all of the shiny objects that come and go while you got a job to do. They build from the ground up, brick by brick. They champion the disempowered. They take a stand for what is right. They have moral fortitude. They know the difference between right and wrong, what brings life, what causes harm and brings death. And they look for solutions that are a win for everyone. They learn from their past fails. They have endurance. They keep going. They stick to it. And they work even harder in the face of a challenge. Their highest goal is to reduce struggle for others, and they face whatever demons are in the way of allowing them to do that. That can be both inside yourself and outside yourself. So the shadows, when this archetype goes into the unconscious, meaning you are suppressing this part of yourself, archetypes, like I said before, don't go away when you suppress them. They actually get stronger. They act out and they create all kinds of results in your life that you don't want and don't favor your sacred purpose. So, not wanting to put the time and effort needed to build and gain mastery, particularly over your emotions, but also in anything that you're trying to build in the world, and you don't have the discipline to do that. They lack that discipline. They lack consistency, which is a very strong quality of the warrior. They can get scattered. They use the power that they're finding to actually power over others rather than finding their own power and using that for good. And they want to win at all cost. There's a program behind that, one of the key programs. They get lost in control struggles, and they don't know when it's time to fight and when it's time to let it go. So that's very important. And they shy away from the challenge of inner conflict and maybe engage more as a hangover from the rebel archetype. And they might feel like they can't win no matter what they do. Or another shadow of this king archetype, not king, but the warrior archetype on the king hero's journey is that they feel like they can win. And as a result, end up being driven by the fear that is behind that, which is a whole other story and that might not make sense right off the top, but that's exactly how it goes. And so those shadows are to be overcome. When you find yourself in that awakened warrior, then you have that focused effort and discipline and mastery in order to get shit done, to build the infrastructure that needs to be built for a goal that you have that will be of benefit to you and everybody around you. So if you'd like to read more about the warrior archetype, you can find that at my website, bethmartins.com. And I will show you a picture of the cover so you know how to recognize it. And here it is. So this is the story of my life, the story of people's lives around me, the story of clients' lives to illustrate those 8 archetypes on the hero's journey. And this is a book that you might read over and over and over again because archetype knowledge, while it can be very simple, it can be a point of blindness for us if we're not in that awakened place with an archetype. All right, so thank you very much for joining me for this video. If you haven't done the quiz yet, you can find that at my website. Just sign up with your name and email. And if you'd like to carry on with me, then the next video is going to be about the nurturer. Bye for now.